Joey and I add some good news to your list. Krista, is that cool?
Yes.
We can see sunshine right through there, right, Joey? A little bit. You can see a little bit, a little blue sky.
I think I just heard maybe an air Titan fire up. Maybe. It might be wishful thinking. I don't know, but I'm hoping it dries up. Yeah.
Hey, when you and I chatted, you said you wanted it hot and sunny, so I'm assuming this rain delay, not what you wanted.
Yeah, it's not going to be sunny, I don't believe. If we do get this thing going, it's going to go into the night. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Our car is definitely set up for the heat of the day, but it definitely changes the ball game quite a bit for the way everyone has set up their cars and thinking about things. So we will adapt to it, though. It's not a problem.
I can confirm. You hear the Air Titans back there. So I want to go back to our feature we showed a moment ago. You and Mike McLaughlin, and you can just tell how much he meant to you, and number one, the surprise and the good acting job that DJ did as well.
It was funny because I had no idea, really, the questions that were going to come at me. I never really know, and obviously everyone knew that and had Mike there, and I didn't even realize he was standing behind me. Well, he's only, this tall, so, I can look right over him and not know he's there. And it was cool when they asked me that question of who really helped me and guided me along in the beginning of my career, and Mike was that guy for me. He really just helped guide me through the garage and how to handle conflict and other drivers and how to, just adapt to different racetracks. He was always in the corner for me, watching other cars go through the corner, and always on somebody's motorhome. He'd make so many friends on somebody's motorhome in the middle of the turn, and just really neat to be able to have him there and still keep that relationship.
The behind the drivers features are so cool because there truly are those stories throughout the entire field, Joey. I mean, everybody had people who helped them and influenced them along the way.
It's just like in life. Everyone's got a story, right? And how they got to where they are today. And a lot of them are remarkable. No matter who you're talking to, you never know how they've gotten to that point. No matter what their start was, and a lot of times doing the smallest things compared to where you started is quite the accomplishment. So it's been fun to meet a lot. That's one of the coolest parts about my job is I get to meet so many fans and so many people and hear their stories. It's a lot of fun for me.
And one of your great stories is your relationship with Gavin Grubbs, who's been here this weekend with you. He was in your wedding, one of your best buddies. How did your relationship start with Gavin?
Gavin, we met, 10 years ago?
2010 in January, so almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago, we did a Make-A-Wish, and I surprised him, kind of like Mike McLaughlin surprised me from behind.
Yeah.
I was standing behind him while he was watching a video, and we brought him to Daytona 500, and since then we've become good friends. He's graduating high school next year, and what do you want to go to school for? Tell him.
Well, I'm wanting to do broadcast journalism and wanting to do in sports media, so in a way I'm coming for your job, but don't be scared. You still got a few years before I get there.
I love it. And I told him, hey.
Anybody that can maybe get a good internship, NBC?
Yeah. Would you want to intern with all of us? I mean, we're a fun bunch to hang out with.
You guys are pretty fun to hang out with. I've hung out with Rutledge and Kyle Petty quite a bit, and I went to Victory Junction. I was a camper there. I aged out, so I'm pretty close with Kyle Petty, too, so.
It's so cool to see you. And what does it mean to you that Joey, he wants you at all of his big races? I mean, brings you to all of his big races. What does that mean to you personally?
It's more than not really just like, it is meaningful, but at this point it's just more being friends and just getting to hang out.
He is your good luck charm, right?
He is, and I tell you, his family, his mom, Mindy, behind here, she's the superstar of this whole thing. They drive across the country in their minivan to quite a few races, maybe, 3 or 4 races a year?
Usually 2, 3, or 4 a year.
All the way from Arkansas, and that's quite the trip. So he's got a great family with him as well.
But when you were racing for the championship last year, you wanted him around. You wanted him to be there. Why?
Oh, we were there. We partied, and how much? He may have got some champagne sprayed all over from some of the guys, but you want to have that support, and if you have the opportunity to win the biggest race of your life, right, and to be able to do that, you want to celebrate with all your closest friends and the people that have helped you the most around you, and so I thought it was fun to have Gavin down there, his family, and we had a bunch, so we had a good time.
Are you planning a trip to Miami again this year?
I don't think so about this year. We're trying to hit every different track.
Now, the point is you should be there because you know he's going to be in the championship 4. That's what you're supposed to say as his biggest fan, right?
I don't know if I'm his biggest fan, maybe his biggest critic sometimes.
That's the truth.
Whoa, wait,
That's
what?
the truth. Brutally honest to everybody, which is a great trait to have most of the time. And sometimes it's he kind of kicking you when you're down a little bit, but at least he's telling me the truth.
Do you text him things he should have done better in a race?
Usually I give him a couple days. I usually don't text him till Tuesday. The drivers can get a little emotional. I give him a few days. I give him a few days before I say anything.
We have a crowd.